Let's be honest, relationships can be amazing, but they're not always easy. Building a strong, healthy relationship with your partner takes effort, understanding, and sometimes a bit of trial and error. Whether you're navigating communication struggles, balancing busy schedules, or just trying to keep the spark alive, there's no one-size-fits-all solution. But here's the good news. There are proven steps you can take to strengthen your bond and create a relationship that not only survives but thrives. In this video, we're breaking it down into 5 simple steps you can start using today to build a happier, healthier connection with your partner. Relationships are at the core of our lives. When they're strong and healthy, they bring joy, support, and a sense of belonging. But when they're strained or struggling, the impact can ripple through every part of life, work, friendships, even personal well-being. And let's face it, maintaining a healthy relationship isn't always as simple as it sounds. One common challenge couples face today is communication breakdown. You've probably heard the phrase, communication is key. And it's true, but it's also one of the hardest things to get right. Misunderstandings can escalate into arguments. Small issues can go unresolved. And before you know it, tension builds. For example, think about a situation where one partner feels unheard because the other is distracted by work or their phone. It's not intentional, but over time, these moments can create emotional distance. Another big issue? Balancing priorities. Modern life is busier than ever. Jobs, kids, hobbies, social lives, it all adds up. It's easy for quality time with your partner to take a back seat. Picture this. A couple spends their evenings scrolling on their phones, exhausted from the day, barely speaking beyond a quick, "How was your day?" This isn't uncommon, but it does show how life's demands can quietly erode intimacy and connection if left unchecked. Then there's the challenge of unrealistic expectations. Social media doesn't make this any easier, with its endless stream of picture-perfect couples who seem to have it all together. It's easy to compare your relationship to these curated snapshots and feel like you're falling short. But those posts don't show the hard conversations, compromises, or everyday struggles that are part of every real partnership. Why is this such an important topic right now? Because relationships today face unique pressures. Technology makes it easier to connect, but also easier to disconnect. The demands of modern life leave less room for meaningful interaction. And with mental health awareness on the rise, people are beginning to see how much emotional health depends on having supportive, healthy relationships. A strong partnership can act as a buffer against life's challenges, while a strained one can amplify stress and uncertainty. The consequences of ignoring these problems can be significant. Strained relationships can lead to feelings of loneliness, resentment, and even depression. On the flip side, couples who invest in their relationship tend to report higher levels of happiness, better mental health, and a greater sense of purpose. This is why today's video matters. We're not here to talk about vague ideas or abstract theories. We're focusing on practical, actionable steps to help you strengthen your bond with your partner. Whether you're dealing with communication struggles, feeling like you've lost your connection, or just want to grow together as a couple, these 5 steps are for you. Stick around, because building a healthy relationship isn't just about fixing problems. It's about creating a foundation for lasting happiness. Open communication is the cornerstone of every healthy relationship. It's not just about talking. It's about creating a space where both partners feel safe, heard, and understood. When communication is open and honest, it builds trust, resolves conflicts effectively, and strengthens the connection between two people. But achieving this level of communication takes effort, intentionality, and practice. Let's explore why it matters and how to make it a reality in your relationship. The first step to open communication is creating a judgment-free environment where both partners can express themselves without fear of criticism or rejection. One effective technique is using I statements. Instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try saying, "I feel unheard when we don't discuss things fully." This approach shifts the focus away from blame and onto feelings, which opens the door for a more productive conversation. It's important to realize that even if you use phrases like these all the time, it won't protect you from having those deep, serious conversations. In the rush of daily life, important discussions can easily get brushed aside. Scheduling a regular check-in can create a habit of addressing concerns and sharing thoughts before they escalate into bigger issues. It could be as simple as a weekly 20-minute conversation where a couple talks openly about one partner feeling overwhelmed by housework. During a weekly check-in, they bring it up, saying, "I feel stressed when I handle most of the chores alone. Can we work on sharing the load?" By discussing it calmly and openly, they work out a new system together, avoiding a potential argument down the line. There's a well-worn truth that many people tend to forget. Open communication isn't just about speaking, it's about listening too. Active listening means giving your full attention to your partner, showing empathy, and making an effort to understand their perspective. This includes maintaining eye contact, nodding to show engagement, and reflecting back what they've said to ensure clarity. Psychologist Carl Rogers, a key figure in the development of active listening, highlighted that empathetic listening can transform relationships. In his study on therapeutic communication, Rogers found that when people feel truly heard, they're more likely to open up and resolve conflicts constructively. This principle applies to romantic relationships, where feeling heard can foster deeper trust and intimacy. Imagine a situation where one partner shares that they're feeling unappreciated. Instead of jumping to defend yourself, try saying, "It sounds like you're feeling undervalued. Can you tell me more about what's been making you feel that way?" This response not only validates their emotions, but also invites them to elaborate, leading to a more meaningful and constructive dialogue. At the same time, active listening isn't just a passive act of nodding along during the conversation. It also involves resisting the urge to interrupt or jump in with solutions right away. Sometimes, your partner simply needs to vent or share their thoughts without expecting an immediate fix. Offering space to talk and showing understanding can go a long way in strengthening your bond. To express your thoughts effectively and truly listen to someone else, you need to become skilled at recognizing your emotions and making it in a constructive way. It's natural to feel hurt or frustrated at times, but the way those emotions are communicated can either bring partners closer or drive them apart. Blame and criticism often lead to defensiveness, shutting down productive dialogue. Try to focus on describing how you feel and what you need. Instead of saying, "You never prioritize our time together," try, "I feel disconnected when we don't spend quality time together. Can we plan a date night soon?" This approach shares the same concern, but invites collaboration rather than conflict. Regarding this, psychologist Dr. Marshall Rosenberg, the creator of nonviolent communication, outlined a framework for expressing feelings and needs without blame. His method encourages using 4 steps: observations, feelings, needs, and requests. According to this method, you should start by explaining what happened without passing any judgment. "This week, we didn't spend much time together." Then, share your feelings. "I feel a bit disconnected from you," and talk about the solutions you have in mind and why they're important to you. "I really need us to spend some time together." Only after your partner has listened to you and is willing to make some changes should you put forth a specific and well-reasoned request. "Could we set up a movie night this weekend?" As you can understand, the described method is not about avoiding disagreements, but about handling them in a way that deepens understanding and connection. Open communication is more than just resolving conflicts. It's about creating a foundation of trust and emotional safety for both. Even with open communication, it's important to set personal boundaries. They create clarity, foster respect, and protect emotional well-being. Everyone talks about it, but what does it actually mean? Let's break it down. How to define boundaries, communicate them clearly, and uphold them to create a healthier, more supportive partnership. Personal boundaries are the limits we set to protect our emotional, physical, and mental well-being. These limits define what we are comfortable with and how we expect to be treated in a relationship. Without boundaries, relationships can become unbalanced, leading to feelings of resentment, discomfort, or even burnout. Boundaries help us maintain individuality while still being part of a couple. They allow partners to coexist without losing themselves or overstepping into each other's personal space, both literally and emotionally. For example, one partner might value having alone time to recharge, while the other might need open communication about their day to feel connected. Without clear boundaries, these differences can create tension. Avoid vague statements like, "I just need space," without explaining what that means. Instead, specify what the boundary looks like in action, such as, "I need 30 minutes after work to unwind before we talk about our day." The importance of boundaries was famously emphasized by psychotherapist Dr. Henry Cloud, co-author of Boundaries: When to Say Yes, How to Say No to Take Control of Your Life. Cloud says, we change our behavior when the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of changing. Boundaries aren't about pushing someone away. They're about creating the space needed for growth and mutual respect. How about an example of a couple whose boundaries can be easily violated? The public relationship of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle doesn't interfere with personal life. Their decision to step back from royal duties can be seen as a boundary-setting move. Faced with immense pressure and scrutiny, they prioritize their mental health and well-being by redefining their roles and responsibilities. This real-life example highlights how setting boundaries, even in the face of societal expectations, can protect personal and relationship health. Moreover, defining boundaries is one thing, but communicating them effectively is another. Open, honest communication is essential for boundaries to work. It's important to be clear, kind, and specific when expressing your needs. Ambiguity or silence can lead to misunderstandings or unmet expectations. Timing also matters. Choose a calm moment to discuss boundaries, not during an argument or when emotions are running high. This ensures that the conversation stays constructive and solutions-focused. And one more useful metaphor to explore the topic: establishing boundaries is a two-way street. The late actress Audrey Hepburn once famously said, "As you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands, one for helping yourself, the other for helping others." Hepburn set personal boundaries that allowed her to balance her demanding career with time for herself and her loved ones. Her story reminds us that boundaries are about balancing personal needs with the needs of those we care about. All couples strive for stable partnerships based on mutual respect and trust. Personal boundaries, in particular, contribute to achieving this desired outcome. Many fear that boundaries are about keeping distance, but it's about creating the space for each partner to thrive individually while building a stronger connection together. Boundaries protect the relationship, not restrict it, and when both partners commit to upholding them, the result is a partnership built on mutual respect and trust. A simple conclusion: respecting your partner's boundaries is just as important as expressing your own. When both partners commit to honoring each other's limits, it creates an environment of mutual trust and respect. It's also not about agreeing with every boundary, but about recognizing and valuing your partner's individuality. Disrespecting boundaries, even unintentionally, can erode trust. For instance, if one partner repeatedly dismisses the other's request for alone time, it can lead to resentment and conflict. To avoid this, make a conscious effort to acknowledge boundaries and discuss any concerns openly. If boundary setting feels overwhelming or leads to conflict, consider speaking with a therapist or counselor. Professional guidance can help navigate tough conversations and build stronger communication skills. If, after all, something went wrong and the situation has escalated to the point of about to erupt, keep one thing in mind: it doesn't have to be destructive. When handled with care, disagreements can strengthen relationships by fostering deeper understanding and mutual respect. Let's explore strategies for resolving conflicts in a healthy way, why staying calm matters, and how to seek compromise effectively. The first step to handling conflicts is to view them as opportunities for growth rather than threats. Disagreements often arise from differing perspectives or unmet needs, and addressing them constructively can bring clarity and stronger connection. One proven strategy is active listening. This involves giving your partner your full attention, acknowledging their feelings, and reflecting back what you've heard to ensure understanding. Listen to the opinion of a psychologist, Dr. John Gottman, renowned for his research on relationships, emphasizes that the way couples handle conflict is a key predictor of their relationship's longevity. His studies identify behaviors like criticism, defensiveness, contempt, and stonewalling as toxic to conflict resolution. Instead, Gottman advocates for gentle starts to conversations, using I statements to express concerns without blame. For example, saying, "I feel hurt when plans change at the last minute without discussion," is more constructive than "you never stick to plans." He has actually carried out studies with live participants. His Love Lab research observed couples over decades and revealed that those who approached conflict with understanding rather than defensiveness, had higher satisfaction and longevity in their relationships. Couples who acknowledged each other's feelings and focused on solving the issue together consistently built stronger connections over time. Do you find yourself saying things during an argument that you regret later? This is a common issue that's definitely worth tackling. Indeed, in the heat of an argument, it's easy to let emotions take over, but staying calm and respectful is crucial. Heated exchanges often lead to miscommunication and hurt feelings, which only escalate the problem. Taking a moment to pause and breathe before responding can help you remain level-headed. When emotions run high, timeouts can be a lifesaver. If the conversation becomes too intense, agree to take a short break to cool off. This isn't avoidance, it's a way to prevent saying something you'll regret. Once both partners are calmer, it's easier to have a productive discussion. Always keep in mind that during a disagreement, you should be on the same side, but never against each other. Disagreements are normal, but personal attacks are not. Respect is non-negotiable. Instead of focusing on winning the argument, aim to understand your partner's perspective. This mindset creates a foundation of trust and safety, even in moments of conflict. In Michelle and Barack Obama's interview, we can find a great example of coming together against the argument. They have openly discussed how they approach disagreements. Michelle shared that during arguments, they focus on the issue, not the person. This mutual respect has been a cornerstone of their strong partnership, showing how calm, respectful communication can resolve even significant differences. Now let's talk about a word that is on everyone's lips: compromise. Not every conflict has a clear right or wrong answer, and that's where compromise comes in. Compromise isn't about one person giving up everything. It's about finding middle ground that respects both partners' needs and values. Start by identifying the core of the disagreement. Ask yourself, what's most important to me in this situation? What's most important to my partner? Focusing on priorities helps both sides understand where flexibility is possible. One effective tool is the win-win approach, where both partners collaborate to find a solution that benefits both parties. For example, if one partner wants to spend weekends with family and the other prefers quiet time at home, a compromise might involve alternating weekends or planning shorter family visits. The goal is to ensure neither partner feels their needs are completely overlooked. The concepts of positions and interests are fundamental to compromise. They were studied by Dr. Robert Fisher, a negotiation expert. A position is what someone says they want, while an interest is the underlying reason behind it. By addressing interests rather than rigid positions, couples can uncover solutions that satisfy both parties. For example, if one partner insists on a vacation in the mountains while the other prefers the beach, the shared interest might be a desire for relaxation. From there, they might agree on a location that offers both elements. Remember, conflict isn't a sign of failure. It's an opportunity for growth. When partners approach conflict with a collaborative mindset, they build mutual respect and strengthen their emotional connection. A strong relationship thrives on support and inspiration. It's not just about being there for the big moments. It's about being each other's biggest cheerleader through every success, struggle, and aspiration. Why mutual encouragement matters, how to celebrate successes, and how to create a supportive environment that fosters personal growth. When partners feel supported, they're more confident, motivated, and resilient in pursuing their dreams and navigating challenges. It's the shared belief in each other's potential and the consistent effort to uplift one another. So, mutual encouragement is the heartbeat of any thriving relationship. It's the shared belief in each other's potential and the consistent effort to uplift one another. Encouragement doesn't have to come in grand gestures. It's often found in the little things. A heartfelt "I believe in you" before a big presentation, a reassuring nod when self-doubt creeps in, or simply listening and validating each other's feelings can have a profound impact. As writer Mark Twain once said, "I can live for 2 months on a good compliment." In a relationship, those compliments and words of encouragement fuel the connection and remind each partner of the belief and trust they share. In this regard, a simple piece of advice: cultivate a supportive and inspiring relationship. Start by making encouragement a daily habit. Simple gestures like checking in, offering praise, or reminding your partner of their strengths can make a big difference. Build a culture of gratitude in your relationship by regularly acknowledging the ways your partner enriches your life. Successes, no matter how big or small, deserve acknowledgement because they represent effort, growth, and dedication. And how heartwarming to receive recognition of your achievements from someone you love and to see the pride shining in their eyes. On the other hand, celebrating your partner's achievements is one of the most powerful ways to show love and appreciation. When you celebrate your partner's wins, you show that their joy and progress are important to you. Celebrations don't have to be extravagant. Sometimes, a simple heartfelt message or a small gesture is enough to make your partner feel valued. For example, if your partner achieves a milestone at work, plan a surprise dinner or write a thoughtful note highlighting how proud you are. Even verbal praise like, "I saw how hard you work for this, and I'm so proud of you," reinforces that you're truly invested in their journey. A solid, convincing example: Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson often publicly celebrates his wife, Lauren Hashian. Whether it's her career successes or the love and support she provides their family, he frequently acknowledges her contributions on social media and in interviews. His actions remind us that celebrating each other isn't just about the achievements. It's about recognizing the effort, passion, and dedication behind them. Celebrating goals also means standing by your partner as they pursue their dreams. This includes being genuinely curious about their aspirations, asking questions about their progress, and offering help when needed. When you show interest and involvement, you're reinforcing the idea that their goals are just as important as your own. That's how another common opinion about relationships sounds. A supportive relationship fosters resilience. Knowing that your partner has your back during setbacks creates a sense of emotional security. This trust encourages both partners to take risks and pursue opportunities they might otherwise shy away from. Support isn't just about celebrating successes. It's about standing together through failures and using them as stepping stones for future growth. It turns out that a relationship thrives when both partners have the space and encouragement to grow individually while still nurturing their bond. Personal growth doesn't just benefit one person. It strengthens the relationship by bringing new perspectives, skills, and experiences to the table. Creating a supportive environment starts with communication. Talk openly about your goals and dreams, and actively listen to your partners. When you understand each other's ambitions, you can find ways to provide meaningful support. This might mean offering words of encouragement, sharing resources, or simply being a sounding board when they need advice. It will be hard to realize that growth and success looks different for everyone, and it's important to let your partner progress at their own pace. Avoid comparing your progress to theirs or imposing your goals on them. Instead, celebrate the unique paths you're each on and how they contribute to your shared growth as a couple. Unfortunately, in the hustle of everyday life, it's easy for quality time with your partner to take a back seat. However, spending intentional time together is essential for maintaining a strong, healthy relationship. It's not just about being in the same room, it's about creating moments that deepen your connection and strengthen your bond. Let's explore activity ideas, the benefits of scheduling date nights, and why shared experiences can bring you closer than ever. What do you think are the goals of doing things together? First and foremost, it's all about enjoying each other's company, and it definitely doesn't have to be complicated or hard to pull off. Cook a new recipe together, take a scenic walk and talk, or try a hobby you've both been curious about like painting or dancing. Even simple moments, like playing a board game or having an unplugged game night, can create laughter and connection. Watching a favorite movie or planning a surprise coffee date also brings shared joy. The key is being present and intentional, turning everyday moments into meaningful memories. By focusing on activities that encourage interaction and teamwork, you build a stronger connection that deepens your relationship. A notable example of regular quality time together is the relationship between actors Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Married since 1988, they prioritize spending quality time whether through date nights, traveling, or enjoying quiet moments at home. In interviews, they emphasize communication and making time for each other despite busy careers. Their commitment to supporting one another and valuing shared experiences exemplifies how regular quality time contributes to a strong, lasting relationship. Scheduling regular date nights may sound like a cliche, but it's a proven way to keep relationships vibrant. In the whirlwind of work, family responsibilities, and endless to-do lists, these moments of intentional connection serve as a reset for your relationship. Research backs this up. A study by Drive W Bradford Wilcox, director of the National Marriage Project at the University of Virginia, found that couples who go on regular date nights are significantly more likely to report higher levels of happiness, commitment, and communication in their relationships. These outings give partners a chance to step away from the everyday stress and focus on each other. Date nights don't have to be extravagant. It could be as simple as grabbing coffee, going for a bike ride, or watching a movie together at home. The key is consistency. Making these moments a regular habit ensures that your connection doesn't get lost in the shuffle of daily life. As Dr. Gary Chapman, author of The 5 Love Languages, puts it, quality time is giving someone your undivided attention. It's not just about proximity, it's about connection. When you set aside time to give your partner your full attention, it signals that they are a priority in your life. This intentionality strengthens trust, intimacy, and overall relationship satisfaction. A powerful way to build intimacy and create lasting memories are shared experiences. When you engage in activities together, you're not just spending time, you're creating a shared narrative that becomes part of your relationship story. For example, tackling challenges as a team, like completing a DIY project or conquering a hiking trail, reinforces the idea that you're partners who can overcome obstacles together. Even lighthearted activities like visiting an amusement park or attending a concert can create positive emotional memories that bond you further. Moreover, shared experiences stimulate oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone. According to psychologist Dr. John Gottman, couples who frequently engage in enjoyable activities together report higher levels of relationship satisfaction. These moments of joy and teamwork act as emotional glue, reminding you of why you chose each other in the first place. A truth that applies both to life and relationships is, happiness is not just the big events that matter, it's the small, everyday moments. Sharing a laugh over an inside joke, discovering a favorite coffee shop together, or even working through a challenge side by side all contribute to a sense of closeness and mutual appreciation. The more you build this bank of shared experiences, the stronger your relationship becomes. A similar viewpoint is shared by actor Ryan Reynolds, who often speaks about how he and his wife, Blake Lively, prioritize doing everyday activities together, like cooking and running errands. These seemingly mundane tasks turn into opportunities to connect and enjoy each other's company, reinforcing their bond even in the midst of their busy lives. Another solution for spending quality time together is to create rituals that are unique to your relationship. For instance, some couples end their day with a 10-minute wind-down conversation to share highlights or challenges from their day. This simple, yet meaningful practice allows them to connect and reflect on their experiences together. These small but consistent actions not only reinforce a sense of partnership, but also create a deeper understanding and appreciation for one another. Over time, these rituals can become cherished habits that strengthen their bond. Strengthening your relationship doesn't require grand gestures or perfect moments. It's about small, consistent actions that show care, respect, and intention. Let's break down some practical solutions based on everything we've discussed. Create a safe space where both partners feel comfortable expressing their feelings, needs, and concerns. Strong communication is the foundation of a healthy relationship. Use I statements to share your perspective without placing blame, like "I feel disconnected when we don't spend time together." Practice active listening by giving your full attention, validating your partner's feelings, and clarifying to avoid misunderstandings. Open dialogue fosters trust and helps you navigate conflicts constructively. Schedule regular date nights or activities, whether it's trying a new restaurant, taking a weekend hike, or simply having a coffee chat. Intentional time together strengthens your bond and reinforces your connection. Even small moments like cooking dinner or taking a walk together create opportunities to reconnect. Treat these moments as sacred, free from distractions, to show that your partner is a priority. Stay calm, focus on the issue rather than the person, and avoid criticism or defensiveness. Disagreements are inevitable, but how you handle them matters. If emotions escalate, take a short break and return to the discussion when you're both calm. Seek compromise by understanding each other's priorities and working towards a solution that respects both perspectives. Remember, conflict isn't about winning, it's about strengthening the partnership. Be your partner's biggest cheerleader. Celebrate their successes, no matter how small, and show genuine excitement for their goals. A simple, "I'm proud of you" can mean the world. Support their growth by showing interest in their passions and offering encouragement during challenges. By uplifting each other, you create a partnership built on mutual respect and admiration. Try new activities together, whether it's learning a skill, taking a short trip, or even completing a project at home. Shared experiences deepen connection and create lasting memories. These experiences bring you closer, foster teamwork, and remind you why you chose each other. Focus on creating positive moments that become part of your relationship story. Take time to define and communicate your boundaries clearly, whether they relate to personal space, work-life balance, or emotional needs. Honor your partner's boundaries by listening without judgment and showing understanding. Regularly check in to ensure these boundaries continue to support your relationship's growth. Overall, these methods provide practical and actionable steps for building a resilient and fulfilling partnership. By integrating open communication, quality time, respectful conflict resolution, encouragement, shared experiences, and boundary respect, couples can cultivate a strong foundation of trust, intimacy, and commitment, essential for a long-lasting relationship. These consistent, small actions contribute significantly to creating a loving and supportive environment where both partners can thrive. And finally, a wonderful quote by David Wilkerson: "Love is not only something you feel, it is something you do." This quote really gets it. Love is all about actions, not just feelings. When both partners put in that effort, it builds trust and closeness. Think of love as an ongoing journey, where you keep sharing experiences and having real conversations. Those little actions are what truly strengthen your bond and make your relationship special. Thanks for watching. Building a strong relationship doesn't happen overnight, but with intention, communication, and mutual support, it's absolutely possible. Whether it's through shared experiences, regular quality time, or simply being present for each other, these small efforts make a big difference. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might need a little relationship inspiration. Let's work together to create partnerships that thrive and grow. Until next time, take care of yourself and your loved ones. And remember, the strongest relationships are built one moment at a time.